Hello, and welcome to the After Show for the Roll4It Christmas special, where Maggie GM'd and felt she was going to do a horrible, horrible job, and as soon as we heard
I
the
had
first
like a
elf
panic
voice...
attack before. Like I was having like, you know when your heart starts racing? I was like,
You were so good though.
Yeah, it was great.
I think the hardest part for me is, and I mentioned this before, was like, because like, I don't know. I've only played MaidRPG once, and that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was like,
The rules are simple, but it has intricacies. Blues, you talking? You're muted if so.
Sorry, I just said I think you did great.
Yeah.
I've never played it before though, so.
The different.
yeah. Well, you were good at like catching the things that I wasn't on the rule stuff, because I was so focused on just making sure you guys were having fun. And I was like, whatever rules. We just need to get through it. And I didn't want to like keep taking candy canes away, because I was like, that just felt like it was a little much. So I felt
We found ways.
I should have been more harsh on the stress though.
No, you shouldn't.
I don't know. When you have a 4 versus a 1 and you roll a crit, I think that's
because I rolled
happen.
24.
Yeah.
That was
I
real.
got too
that
stressed
was
that
real hard.
entire thing.
A lot of stuff that I thought would happen didn't. I mean, obviously, as a DM, you always plan for like everything, and then nothing happened. So that was definitely a thing that happened on my end. There was like a ton of stuff planned, and
Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah, Roll4It syndrome. You like everything you planned could have lasted 4 episodes.
I think my favorite thing was like I was kind of hoping, because we were getting close to this point, is because Mrs. Claus, her special ability is that she's a vampire. So I was like hoping you would get her mad because you weren't going to be able to fix the light. That's why the light thing was so difficult.
That's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I would have been.
I also had her where she had really low stress levels. But it doesn't let me show it on the actual page because it's like weird.
Didn't you have like a snow globe that was a prison as well?
Yep.
I deliberately didn't metagame that because I watched one of your vlogs and you mentioned it, and as soon as it appeared in this, I was like, whoa, that actually got used. I'm not going to do anything with the snow globes because that would be meta.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just like I guess that was the weird one. Was that the weird snow globe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just like, whichever one has the most stars on it, because like I could tell that you were using descriptors to try and like say like that one's different somehow, but I was just like,
This one's
if she
bright
wants
and
to
got
have like
sparkles.
no stars on that one, then that's fine. Like, yeah.
This one's
But
got
it was
I
bright
really
and
wanted to make it be the most appealing for you. Like I was going to have it had glitter in it, but I was like, I don't know. I just, yeah. Maybe I messed up that mind. I should have been more evil about it.
Don't worry, I fall into that trap all the time when you're like, oh yeah, this one's beautiful and it's got this resplendent leather. This one's got lovely glitter. This one looks weird. You're like, I want the weird one.
I want the weird one.
And
Yeah,
everyone's like, not the weird one. Yeah.
I almost did that, but then I was like, the whole point of this is for me to get one that's from Noelle, so whichever one looks like it's most.
That made a lot
from
of sense,
Noelle.
yeah.
It did make a lot of sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think that you did a good job. You really set the scene. It was very festive. It was a little weird with the random rolling, in so much as like there was definitely some stuff that like EE's contributions that like if the random rolls had gone a different way, it would have been a very different story. But it was really
My
good.
cunning plan at the end was, why I was asking about Dazzle, was I was going to then be like, if Dazzle showed up, I was going to be like, but I've been here all along. I'm not acting weird. Didn't Dazzle just show up the other day? Dazzle's new, and a fire randomly started on Dazzle's first day.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was going to flip it round.
Yeah. You also threw some shade at Noelle, I think, with the reindeer handler too.
That was he said Dazzle, but you thought it was Noelle.
Oh, I thought he said.
Oh,
like,
no, I said Dazzle. Okay, yeah, I didn't really think I mentioned Noelle, did I?
I
It's
think
fine.
you were trying to take me down either way.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you said something about Mrs. Claus, and I was like, I said Dazzle. It doesn't matter. I said Dazzle, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Because I saw Benson caught that.
I
But
like
yeah.
that I got to.
You
I like
killed
I
the
got to-
reindeer. I was like, dude, that's so
stuff like
clever.
that. What I was gonna. What
I can't believe you did that. I love the ending. It's like, ha.
that was. Yeah, that was his plan of like he was going to get on the sleigh ride either as an elf or he was going to make it so that he could get on as a reindeer. If he'd got on as an elf, he may have then like orchestrated a plan to get all the reindeer killed. while out on the.
I'm happy
journey.
Santa survived, and I'm glad that Blue Jay got to use her special ability.
It was,
Minor
yeah, it was my
PTSD.
plan the whole time that no
Yeah.
matter what, like if Santa was in danger, I was gonna dart forward and use my power.
I thought there was basically like no chance of me killing Santa, because as soon as I tried to kill Santa, you would have.
Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
power
then-
was pretty much exactly anti like killing anything. Like it's
Which I think was
5 minutes
perfect.
safety.
It was like a
Yeah.
perfect situation. Also, EE, when you were like, you wanted to use your special event to bring Santa, I was like, oh, this is gonna get interesting.
Yeah. My plan initially was I was going to put the bauble on the front of the sleigh, and then the thing where it attaches to the reindeer while it was in flight would break off, and then the sleigh would start plummeting down. But I knew all along that, yeah, Sugarcane is going to be on the sleigh because she's got all the candy canes, and as soon as it starts plummeting down, she'll have several minutes, or how long it sleigh takes to plummet, in which to go, boop. But I don't know that power. I was like, it's going to be brilliant, because I'll have tried, and then she'll get to save the day.
You'll
mean,
have
it's
tried, and you'll have thought you were successful too.
Yeah, because I'd have seen the, like...
It ended up working out pretty well, and I still won. So whatever. Everything else doesn't matter.
It's
You
that
look
4
at it,
affection, damn! 4 affection is strong.
I mean,
I had that, but I didn't use it much.
my only
Oh.
problem was that like the whole not having a 0. I feel like there's got to be a dice
Yeah,
mechanic
I
where
was...
you can roll still with a 0.
It's
I know that in other
weird,
decent
yeah.
games, like you roll 2 and you take the lesser one, maybe. But like, just it didn't matter enough. I just found ways to like do what I wanted
Yeah.
to do without
It's
trying.
a weirdly
like it was a
logarithmic
baseline of
system.
Yeah, I tried to be pretty malleable with it too. I tried to like kind of let you guys kind of do. I was being a nice GM in the sense of like letting you guys kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't fight too much on things. Otherwise, other than when it like made absolutely no sense for a certain stat. You know what I mean? But it's kind of an interesting system. I think we definitely need to play the MaidRPG version of this because it's really funny.
Yeah, it seems like more like a game where you'd be better off working in a semi-co-op kind of setting, because you'd have all these weirdly disparate stats, but between you, you'd probably balance out. Whereas
I just
if
thought
you
it
were
would.
going hard versus and someone had a 0, you can exploit that to hell and back.
Yeah.
If you
But the thing is, you
really
kept
go hard on
losing
it.
your stats to your attributes, so it's harder for you to like. It's gonna keep getting harder for you to
Oh,
roll
yeah.
stats. Kept
Yeah, no,
losing
but
them.
with my character, I knew that like if I was going to kill Santa, I'd eventually get found out. So I was like, my character really would just commit all in for this, because it's because of my tragic love background. Because Santa sent my lover to the coal mines.
Well, you went hard on like your secondary win option, so
Yeah.
made sense.
Yeah, I didn't really
That
have
was
any skill or anything to
so
help with.
funny.
I was waiting for Josh to bet all of his and do the double or nothing thing, because you would have got 60 and you would have beat her.
Yeah, I was gonna like.
How do you bet? Like, how is that gonna happen?
It's not an actual mechanic, but every now and again I was trying to drop bets and no one would take me up on it. So like,
Well, we're
You have
not
to like
gambling.
bet actual candy canes. Like you have to tell them, I bet you this, blah blah blah. Like
Yeah, you had to have said
Yeah.
like the amount, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Because if you just say I bet, then it's like, yeah, sure, yeah, you could probably do that.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, it really
Next
doesn't seem
time.
like a game that was designed with PvP in mind, because of the whole you can lose an attribute to.
it does have PvP in mind. There's actually
Really?
a weapon system thing, and you had asked about this when we were doing character creation, but
Is
I
that
said
for
I want
PvP or like PvNPC.
both. You can do both.
Okay.
Yeah. And they have rules for both combat and non-combat. But I really didn't want to do the weapon thing because I felt like we were gonna have enough going on as is in a 4-hour show, which is a one
Bless
shot. Bless you. And I hope that like, I'm sorry that we went over a little bit because that was on my part. I was just like, at the point where we could have ended, I was like, it wouldn't have been as exciting. I think where we ended, it was like perfect.
Mm.
We actually wrapped up a story. I just love that the end was like Bentham's character going into the stall.
It was the Avengers
Wanted to
post
have that at
scene.
the end.
Yeah.
That's like,
I was
there's going to
the
be a season
mid-credits.
2 or, you know,
Next Christmas.
next Christmas.
We're
Yeah.
down. 18 to go.
And messing up Blue Jay's desk. Sugarcanes, I was not
I
expecting
was
that.
so
Dare
proud.
you. How dare. I was upset.
As
The annoying
soon as
thing
you
is-
opened your mouth, Bentham, I was like, I think I know what he's gonna do. And I was just like anticipating as he said it, I was like, I'm so proud. So proud.
But
then you set a fire and delayed it and gave.
I didn't know the
Weird
fire was going to go that
things.
well, and I didn't know about your stuff in character. So
I know.
yeah, the fire thing
still,
actually
damn
worked
it.
out pretty well. But like the conversation that you had and like the fact that the fire, all that stuff like multiplied because you did the fire, it actually escalated the missiles roll, like because they were even more suspicious of you.
well,
after that.
I was expecting it to.
I like to imagine Missile's name is like missile, not the first half of mistletoe.
Yeah.
I was
And it's
expecting.
really awkward if they're not with their twin.
Yeah, I'm not great at names.
I was
It was
expecting
cute. I like
Noelle to like lose a load of favor because Noelle got really behind. That's what my plan was. It was like the same as messing up the workspace.
Yeah.
That would have worked if Santa had given him or somebody who has a Santa role, because like multiple people can have the master role or the Santa role in this case. Like Mrs. Claus was one, Santa was one, and a couple of there's like 7 NPCs that I had that were that role. So those characters interacted with you differently than the other elves. Like there's other elves that like didn't do anything right because they're just like you guys. They're just minion people.
Mhm.
So.
kind of wish that I'd pissed off Miss Claus.
Yeah.
I do
Vampire Noelle.
too. Because then she would like things would have changed a little bit.
What does vampire do?
Well, vampire you are a vampire and you have fangs. Yeah, you know.
You sparkle in the sunlight.
Yeah, she doesn't really go out in the sunlight. That's why she has like all her stuff over her. All bundled up.
Okay. Wait, no, that's werewolves. Never mind. I was just thinking about my silver clothes, but don't worry about it.
I don't think your silver clothes are real silver.
Yes, they are.
They're like
No.
so heavy.
Just waddling around with basically chainmail.
Also, Mrs. Claus, if she gets stressed out, she also had rampage. So she would have gone around destroying shit. It would have been funny.
Damn.
Got it. Nice.
That would have been
Perfect.
So
funny.
it just would have been like a vampire.
All these things that like could have happened but didn't.
A massive fire,
Would
a
have gone
vampire
crazy, murdering
rampaging,
everyone.
bombs going
Yeah,
off.
vampires, fire, it all would have gone wrong.
I was not expecting the fire thing at all.
Does Santa know that his wife is a vampire? Surely
He's
that-
got to, right?
I don't know.
Is he a thrall? Is that what's happened?
He's got 2 like
Santa's not a
marks
huge
on his
anymore.
neck that he's just had for 500 years. By this point, people think they're just birthmarks.
Yeah, no wonder they
ridiculous.
lasted for
Vampire
1,000
Claus
years.
is pulling the strings.
I think
I
that's
can't
big.
believe it. I can't believe it. It's horrible.
Yeah, the person who went on the sleigh, their reward is they get given to Mrs. Claus as the Christmas present.
No.
Cannon!
Why would you do that to me? I'm nice.
Because you work for the capitalist oppressors.
I mean, so did you.
Only so I can
Technically.
outline them.
Mm.
I like to assume I'd fabricate my way in there because I'm technically the background was infiltrator, and I'd like knocked off an elf and assumed their identity and stuff.
Well, that's why I had the
Yeah.
one elf that went missing.
Ah, that was actually
Yeah.
genuinely me. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was genuine. Yeah.
I missed that.
I remember.
I
good.
jokingly mimed that it was me, but I didn't know that was actually genuinely what I'd done. Oh, you thought of
Everyone
everything.
thought
Assume
thought
it's
it was-
him.
everyone thought it was Bentham who did it, which was funny because he took over the desk. And that's why they thought it was him. But I was like, haha, little did they know. But no one investigated the missing elf, so
I mean, we
I
only
think
had
it
so
was
much
funny.
time. I think I just
Yeah.
wanted candy.
mince pie. That was the name of the missing
Oh yeah,
elf.
mince pie.
I disposed of them by putting them into the mince pie machine.
You.
Oh, God.
Oh,
God.
no, that's
Glad I
disgusting.
didn't have
I think
one.
you misinterpreted the mince in mince pie.
I mean, it's still mince.
Not
isn't it?
anymore.
It's not they're not the mince you were hoping for.
This is not the mince you're hoping for.
I don't like this.
Is that a good point to end the after show on that really low note?
Sorry, I had to hiccup.
I guess.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about all that we wanted to talk about. Of course, like, thank you guys for having me on again. It's super, super fun to play games with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank
we
you for
can't have her
joining.
back again. She wins.
No, I'm so glad. I don't think I've
Too good.
gotten to
We
play
can't.
a game with Boo before.
Yeah, no, I
Isn't
don't think we
my
played
first
together
one?
before either. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play as an NPC or player
NPC.
character with you instead.
Yeah, let's totally do that.
We'll have to wait until like
It's
there's
really
a gap,
good.
like someone's missing from the Layla crew, and we'll have you on.
Oh my gosh, yes. Have you on as a
Or
guest for that.
whatever show you guys are doing after Divinity, or whatever show you're doing for the third one when you get there for Patreon. I'm available.
We're so close. This is
We have
crazy.
so many
You
things.
are. Yeah,
We're like still trying to plan the stuff that we already did.
I've heard the craziness
Yeah,
that you guys
right.
are going.
We can talk about this after we close the after show off, because then we can be more candid. So sorry, after show people. We're gonna go talk about you behind your back.
No, we love you all.
Down with the capitalist oppressors!
That's us.
Please give money to the capitalist oppressors.
Oh no.
May the dice roll ever in your favor.